So it's 9 a.m. Let's start our session, Designing Learning Paths for the Next Generation Internet Engineers. Thank you very much for coming in the early morning. And then I think, some of you participated the meeting in Hong Kong last APAN about the internet governance related session similar to this. So let me talk about from the background and also the our goal for today first. Before that, we have several speakers. I'm Noriatsu Kudo from WIDE Project and also from Soy Asia. And also, we have a local student and a professor from BUET, Arnam. Can you, yeah. And also Professor Ashif. And then one of the, my program, API learner from Indonesia, Sifani. And she is also APAN fellowship participant for this meeting. And also a remote participant from IIJ, Christoph. Okay, so you can't see his face, but we'll see him in his part. And also Fusuni-san doing, my colleague Fusuni, will be speaking in this session. So we had participating in the internet. Arnam, I did. Yeah, okay. We had a session in the APAN60 and also this my group, Soy Asia, signed MOU with APAN in Yokohama last year, just 1 year before, and then trying to continue the relationship and continuously having session like this to make our collaboration stronger. So in the APAN60 meeting, we focused on the internet governance areas. In the Asia Pacific areas, there are so many capacity building programs, and then how we need to design a pathway for learners to, study internet governance. So, our online course designed by Soy Asia is really focusing on beginners in the university students. But everybody know APIGAS or NetMission, NextGen at ICANN, APNIC Academy, many programs. So how we make student going to other programs and working collaboratively and then make the people studies. And for the professional like you guys and myself, I know that, okay, this is from APNIC and this is from ICANN and we can tell what it is. But for first-time learner, especially in the undergraduate in universities, don't know anything about the organization, don't know anything about the technology. So it's very hard for them to choose where to start and where to go in the next. So we had a discussion in last meeting in APAN60, but we haven't had a conclusion for how people moving around. But I think I would like to continue the discussion and extend the discussion to the network engineer capacity building, not only the internet governance learners. So today's topic is how we make student or new engineer in your company or new guy coming from to community to get skills, and then how we collaborate together. So I'm from one of the capacity building program called APIE, but everybody is from different NREN, NOG, community, company. We have everybody here, so hope we can discuss. So we have many people coming from many sectors. So where and how student or the young engineer learn networking the first? At university, companies, NOG, or by themselves? So we have variety of choices, and the generation to generation, everybody is different. So Shimojo Sensei's generation or my, my advisor's generation, no programs. So they just build or develop things. I don't know something, oh, you built, you developed, that kind of thing happened in university. But, this era, we have many resources, so maybe different. So, but as I said, all the programs are isolated a little bit, so we need to organize the learning pathways. So that's a thing. So many great programs, but finding a good program at the good, proper timing is very difficult. So before talking and discussing things, and I'm kind of fast to talk about my program in this community. So let me talk about Asia Pacific Internet Engineering Program first. So we started as a part of Soy Asia community. And Soy Asia has been doing capacity building network engineer education since the beginning in 90s or early 2000. But as API, we started in 2021, and the first course was released in 22. So we are bunch of university guys working together, community-based educations, and then focusing on the our students. So not from the industry young engineer, but the undergraduate student mainly. So, goal is to produce good network engineers or the people who do research on the internet. So coming to this community or IETF to develop the new protocols or something like that. So Soy Asia has a variety of projects going on, and then API is one of the programs. So if we have time, we can talk about the different programs, but we'll be talking about the API and a little bit of Insignia, so micro-credential platform. So showing video may be easier for people to understand what is API. So let me show a short video clip about API. API program stands for Asia Pacific Internet Engineering Program. The program fosters young generation in Asia Pacific to become a network engineer or the internet citizens.
Not only skills, we want this program to be a place that they can communicate and work together with other countries, other cultures, people.
We provide core course twice a year. The one core course is about 3 months long, and everybody starts from the 2 online courses. One is understanding the internet, second is operating the internet. Those programs are self-paced. People can study anytime from anywhere. Besides the online courses, we provide e-workshops. The learners meet together once in 2 weeks, and they have an interactive session with teaching assistant and guest lecturer and also our staff.
And once they complete, they can apply to the hands-on workshop we call API Camp.
The API Camp is a 5-day long face-to-face project-based learning. And the students come from different universities, different countries, come to one location in Asian region, and working together with a team member to design their own network and think about the use case of the network they are deploying during the camp week. Technologies which is already covered in the online courses in core course. But to make the knowledge into practical skills and able to discuss with others, we use the face-to-face training in API camp.
We are issuing badges, open badges, and students are showing off those badges as a result of learning on social network like LinkedIn. And once they done on that fundamental parts, we encourage them to go to the next stage like advanced camp or internship. And a very interesting thing is graduated students from the core course is coming back to the core course as facilitators or helpers or teaching assistants. This is kind of a program, but also it's a kind of community, API community.
Now we do have over 300 participants in each batch. And every year we accommodate 80, 90 camp participants. The community is really growing and everybody has a different stories. Some students got job in Japan and some students get some internship in leading company in our industry. And some people got a fellowship from APNIC. Everybody has a different stories and I am really enjoying people's successful story after our program.
Internet is a fundamental part of any kind of system. So it is a very good idea to learn about it. API program is the best place because you can learn fundamental knowledge and skills, but also you can learn how it is working and you can learn how it is operated and you can learn how the community in the world is working together for the internet. So, welcome.
So this is the very brief introduction of my program, but we do have a online course face-to-face and some people going to next step, but everybody here is doing some project and learning many things and more collaboration may be needed because our program API is really focusing to undergraduate students to getting interest into the industry. So very for beginners, but here everybody is doing a professional thing and research. So no program, but finding something new and many things. So very differ from professional level, but that is really good place to getting interested and getting started. So that is our focus here. And also in all days, doing a training session, I think that doing the same thing is not interesting. I need to update everything new and all the time, doing a training for the cutting edge technologies. But from learner's point of view, the fundamental skills, fundamental knowledge is important and doesn't change it. So continuously providing the same thing is kind of important for me. So we have been doing a fundamental thing as an entry point. And I know that coming to here or conferences, advanced training or new technology introductions, and but they need some fundamental things. That's us. So, but we are not really giving them a professional certification like a Cisco, AWS, and doing a professional certificate directly connected to today's job market, not doing that. Instead, we are the place to communicate together between the communities, and then making a new friend in the same generations. And we try to be a bridge to a global community like here. So that's API. So we have been doing it inside the Soy Asia, but try to get connected as many community as possible to make that student traveling to other communities, and then supporting or feeding many community new generations. So that's kind of my focus. So as you see, API alumni in APNIC last October, but here we have one student from Indonesia and the other from Bangladesh. Both studied with us. And also, I got the news from one Vietnamese learner that he got selected to ICANN fellowship, so next gen fellowship. And then, so that many things are happening in that community, because we have been doing it for years, and several alumni released from the program. So, but this is just one program, not the API info session. So to make the student mobility, we use it, digital budgets. So Fusuni-san is going to talk about it tomorrow's closing ceremony. But we've been offering students to show their study record to next program or job market. We call it Insignia Digital Badge. So that shows them, learning criteria and outcomes and the completion of the course and that kind of thing. So this is what we have been doing. And then I think that's enough talking from me. And then I want to introduce learners and also the faculty who is, working with me or participating to the program. So Professor Asif, maybe as a university faculty perspective, how to make your student getting interested in internet, and why you choose to send your student to API.
Good morning, everyone. So I don't have like formal slides, so I'll just talk about 3 words. First word is limitations. So we have so many limitations in our country. I think similar in other Asian countries as well. So one of the limitation in the education sector is we have high teacher to student ratio. So if you look at the classrooms for practical class or even sessional, we call it sessional class. So there is like 1 teacher for every 30 students or 15 students at best. So even when we did study at BUET, which is supposed to be the best university in the engineering department sector in Bangladesh, so we did not have enough resources for hands-on training or hands-on learning so that we can actually do it hands-on. So I remember when for all we did for hands-on was the software part. For the hardware part, we did not get any kind of chances to do it hands-on because we did not have the devices. The only option that we had back in 2000 was to do Cisco CCNA certification course. Only then you had access to switch and routers that you can actually apply. There are some options that are available. There was a simulator for Cisco that you can play around. But other than that, we didn't have any chance. And even today, the situation has not changed in many countries, including Bangladesh. So some of the cases, there are some devices available, but ratio would be in a group you have 8 to 10 students per device, and that will limit their access to the devices very short and limited. Another limitation that we have is the curriculum, right? So in the academia, we cannot change the curriculum too frequently to adapt to the new technologies, new developments. We focus mainly on the theoretical part, memorizing the packet headers, how this works, how the communication works, but we fail to give them how actually they can work with the devices, with the network itself in terms of communication and others. So with this limitation, I think when we got into the API program, it was a perfect opportunity for us to, as Guru Sensei says, for the beginning, starting of the journey, right? So it was opportunity to get them started with actually how they can work. They can introduce themselves with the hardware part. So they have now hands-on knowledge on that part. So that was one of the very first thing that we are very interested on, so that we can provide that particular opportunities to our students. So that was, the first part. So what that gave us, the second part of my focus is the opportunities that it came up. So we have, it brings, when we sent our student to this kind of API programs, so there are several opportunities. One, as I said, they had the opportunity to learn on hands-on, but not only that, they had now new paths to different other opportunities as well. Now they had other opportunities to work as TAs. They had opportunities to work as interns in different programs, future research. And I know cases where the students, after doing the API program, completely changed their career path as well. So that means new avenues are being introduced when you get any collaboration. So collaboration is the biggest part, I think, that facilitates this kind of programs, because this is only not local, because there is collaboration, different university students in different sectors from different countries. So that kind of collaboration opens up many new opportunities for them. So that is another very exciting part. And in terms of, and as I think we'll talk about it maybe later. So in our Soy Asia initiative, there are paths, as API graduate, there are paths to other parts of the API Soy Asia program as well, like CBR, community-based research, and they can move on to those things from there. So with these opportunities, so what we felt, so this is working great, but how can we move forward? So we need to expand the whole thing, right? So what we are doing right now, we are planning to do expansion, the API program. So we are hoping to host the first local API camp in Bangladesh. So far what we have done, we are sending our students, but because it's being held outside the Bangladesh, in other countries, so you can only send 1 or 2 students out there, which is very limited, right? So we do have some online courses that student participates, but for hands-on training, we are sending 1 or 2 in every sessions. So we are planning to host local API camp. The first version, I think, we'll trying to host in April. So it will be, the first step will be in Buet communities only. Then we'll be expanding to the next part in the regional case, where not only Buet, other university students will be involved, as well as regional countries like Nepal or Bhutan. They can also participate in these cases. And what I envision is that also involve our industry partners in this session so that they can also get the feel how the industry actually moving forward, and they can have a collaboration and communication with them. So they have new pathways to move into the industries in this area. So I think this is a great opportunity for the students as well as I think the academics, because while we are hosting the API camp, we'll be building up the trainers as well. So not the young faculty members and also the TAs from different programs, they will be involved. So which will definitely have a positive impact in the industry as well. So with the collaboration with the industry partners, I think the program will evolve in the future as well. And I hope that with the new technologies coming in every year or every day, we have to adapt as well. So with this kind of program, we can actually give a very good pathway to the industry, how that works, what the industry is expecting, and they can actually move forward in this path. So I hope we can do this kind of expansion in the time to follows, and I hope that we will get all the help from the API program as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, you can take seat and so there are so many demand from many universities here or different countries, and then the team making the program is very small, and the faculty is also the limited resource. But we have, about 500 people coming to the online courses every, batches. So how we make the program, higher quality? We have a teaching assistant internship, participated by the alumni of student from Indonesia, Stefani. She's also working as a community leader and also very fast person getting out from our program to the APNIC and also APAN and try to helping the communities. So please share your learning history and whatever. So you can plug HDMI.
Maybe I will be quite fast because I just create around 6 slides. So, okay, this is my fellowship journey as highlight maybe. So, good morning everyone again. My name is Shivani Adila Sosabila, and who am I? Well, I'm 20 years old. I'm the third year student. I just enrolled in 6 semesters, so actually I haven't going and start my semester, but will be in around February. I'm majored in informatics engineering at Brawijaya University Indonesia. I am right now as a teaching assistant class 8. This is the new batch at API student 2026, and I got fellowship on APAN60 fellow before, and right now APAN61, and the new one APAN18. It's like for the next internet leaders something. This is I think you can thank you. This is the main point that I have met many people. I have many young student, young learner. We have the same opinion. It's not only my experience. So I'm a student. Networks are interesting, but I didn't know how to start, where to find mentors, or how to enter this field until I joined API program in 2025. So I found out that if you're become software engineer, AI or cybersecurity something, there's a lot of pathway. You can searching the course, what's the roadmap and anything, but the networks is like a base for everything. We are connected in network. Like in network, we can find the cybersecurity analyst, we can find the AI, we can find the software engineer, all of the people in network. But when I really went into the network, how to, how to learn that, where the start program. And especially as a young student, we didn't know. So we are start from the university, maybe from the course like computer network and something. But after that, yeah, it just, okay, take exam and got the score and what they happen next. So API become my turning point. This is my start into this journey. So this is my first time. I mean, if you see in here, I can find and have many friends and learning with them. In here, I learn understanding the internet, participating in the internet. So it's not only technical content, but also we are learning about the internet governance and how can we do with network. And then we are come into the APNIC Academy where we start to learn in the virtual lab, something like that. And this is hands-on. When I come to the FI camp, we're really into real hands project and something, and it's quite very, very, how I supposed to say, but yeah, kind of like that. And this is when we have a workshop. So we are learn from the expert. And then this is my engineer side batch, and I can put out in my LinkedIn something. So API teach me that I didn't only have friends to learning with, so I'm not alone, but I can have a peer discussion, mentoring. So it taught me that learning is not only isolation, but when we found the communities, we can collaboration, something like that. And the next is, well, in the APNIC. So this is my last time when I'm in APNIC in real communities. So the communities provide something that university does not offer, like the industry expectation toward us, and then the real issue, global issue, and the real case, like what happened and what they really need to us from that things. And then, so this is my conclusion. Students learn best when learning opportunities are connected because communities play a crucial role in developing future network engineers. So collaboration among university, RENs, NOGs, industry, and learning communities is essential because it not only helps our studies, but also supports our professional growth as a student. So, yeah, I think that's enough speech from me. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very grateful for this discussion. And the topic is here that connected learning paths in networking engineering. And it's not only a theoretical part for me, because it's actually presenting reflects my own journey as a student in the Asia Pacific region. Here I am. My name is Sarnupnath, and I am now pursuing my master's in information security in Buet, ICT Buet. My academic background is in electrical and electronic engineering, and like many other students, I get into universities with strong foundation in like mathematics, physics, systems, and other courses. But there was a little exposure to the networking related topics, and the topics are appeared as isolated topics, either taught in different courses, different discussions, or either related to any unrelated topics. So that's how I got my interest in networking, and I was really hoping a place where I can grow my interest and my expertise in networking. And then there comes my API journey. I enrolled in API core courses, and after finishing the courses after 3 months, I got the opportunity to get into the API camp, which was held in Malaysia. And at the same time, I was enrolled as a teaching assistant under the API internship program. And just in December 2025, I had the opportunity to join the API Advanced Camp. And this whole journey was very exciting. And the two questions come naturally. The two questions are, was API impactful? Of course it was. And the second question, of course, comes what made API impactful? The answer would be that it did not only provide the what can I say, technical the lessons. It also shows the learning environment, the rich learning environment that it has provided. So for API experience, like for interdisciplinary student like me, API served as a bridge. Like it translated the theoretical knowledge into my practical understanding. I got the hands-on training there and got to know the different new technologies there. And also routing, peering, DNS, security practices that are we have learned from different slides or notebooks. We get to the hands-on practices. So that was very interesting. And API has created the platform where things together create a coherent story, like how a network design is done and how it is implemented and operated. Also, API has also helped students to grow in the field of networking outside the traditional, like is the computer engineering stuffs like that. And it has highlighted networking as an open interdisciplinary field that has helped me to grow myself and build my confidence in that sense actually. And of course, in real world, the networking is not only related about how to implement this, it's all about government's policy and how to look into things to solve a potential problem. Yes, API has given me the experience in that case. And the best part of API would be the community mobility. That's the most impactful thing, I would say that. Like through camps, advanced camps, internships, and students switch their roles from like they are learners, they are mentors, they are trainers, and they are getting connected with different NOGs, research and education networks, and many personnel from different entities, industry and academic and other institutions. And through this experience, they get to share ideas, their culture and thoughts. And this circulation of people is really important in this case. And from a student perspective, it might feel fragmented. It's not a whole experience because there's always a there's always a path that we always choose that what is the next step that we should take. So that's the problem. The students always feel that. But API is growing in that case. And my last slide is future direction. Like if we look into the future, students are looking for connected pathways. They are not getting into one field. They are always open for different fields because they have the potential, and they want a clear visibility, like from step to step where to go there. And in future, we can the perspective would be like that, to build connected learning paths across universities, RENs, energies, and industries, so that they don't only give the technical like lessons or stuffs like that. They also give co-design the students pathway, and that will be very helpful. And the use of digital badges that recognizes skills and learning histories, that is really important because it helps us to showcase that we have that expertise, we can get into fields, and we can grow. And of course, API has encouraged collaboration that treats learning as continuous, not episodic. Students are connected with it, and like they are participating in local camps, and then going to advanced camps and going to internships. So that's the whole journey for them. And of course, API ensures and doing great things to enable a smoother study mobility, supporting interdisciplinary students like me from Tripoli to cybersecurity. This whole path, API has given me a smoother pathway. So in future, we hope to create a connected, inclusive, resilient, and future-ready program for the students. And to conclude,
So while he's working on, any question to so far?
Yes, can I ask a quick question? I think programming is very good for use of the student, but Do you get any credit from the university to take this, or any support? Because I think sometimes you have to skip later classes because of that. Yeah, a first program always provides the policy, like it's a contextual based program, like it's 3 months core courses, so we get to contact for 3 months, and they give us salary for that. Yes, that's the main part. And but for the local universities, I think connecting to the local students is the main part here. So they help us in that one to redirect students in going into this program and to like advertise there to the students. That's for your own. And you get credit from the question is, do you have equivalence to your like you have credit card? No, I don't think that's not it.
So the credit is very important for student point of view, and then I'm working on it. And but we have inside Soy Asia, we have 30 organizations in many countries. So country by country, university to university, everybody is different. So I am currently working with one Vietnamese university to transfer credit, from the online courses. And then, trying to make his internship in official internship in one of the Indonesian universities. So regulation system is different in country by country and even the calendar. So we issue digital badges to certify what learner did. But it really depends on each university to make that to the credit one.
So we have a professor here.
Are you interested in making this kind of thing into your credit?
It would be good, but in our, I think not only but in Bangladesh it's very difficult because we have a very stringent process of doing the syllabus. You have to do a change in the syllabus. It's a long process. So better way for us is to do some kind of certification, and we can, as I said, we are going to adopt the insignia. So we are focusing on the digital micro-credentials, and we can give, of course, certification in format from officially, but not in a transcript format as a credit. So that's the status of it.
Even without credit, we have a good student coming to the program. So, the industry or, community led programs, sometimes very hard to get the audience, but, as long as student has interest, we can get more students and, working together. Is that coming back? Oh, okay. So, let's. Oh, I'm getting connected with Christoph-san from my PC with LTE. Oh, I see. So I was wondering why I'm connecting and and I can chat with Christoph, but I can't show this room. So maybe I think Christoph-san little bit far, but able to hear our audio a little bit. So keep discussing inside this room, and once he's back, he is supposed to talk about the community-based or moving around the programs in the area. So
I can hear you fine.
oh, okay. Wait. Okay, now it's back. Can you hear now?
Yep, I can hear you fine.
Okay, thank you very much. So we get lost, but while that the Arnav and some students talk about their journey, and also we had a little bit of Q&A with students. So Chris, could you do your presentation? Communities and NOG, whatever in the age area for learning journey. Yes.
Yeah. Let me just move that. Yeah. So hi, my name's Christoph Visser, and so I will be talking a bit about like what I find from my perspective and things of what we can do to help cultivate and the programs that there is already for helping to cultivate the next generation of network engineers. So first of all, who am I? So as I've mentioned, I'm from IIJ Research Lab, and that is Japan's first ISP. Although my work is more doing academic research, but it means that we have the unique benefits of being both in the commercial as well as in the academic sides. And my topics that I mostly work on is on internet resiliency in the Pacific, and what's more related to today's discussion is how we can make network engineering education more accessible. And a big reason for that is, as I've been mentioned a couple of times already, is the internet is the backbone of everything that we do nowadays. It's what allows me to connect to you guys in Bangladesh, and this isn't just a niche case anymore, but this is now part of everyday life. And it's only growing bigger and bigger with the likes of 5G and AI networks in particular. And it really highlights, especially here, kind of how so many of today's modern infrastructure relies on these internet technologies and people running and maintaining those underneath to work. But the problem is that to some extent, networking is a bit done too well, and essentially it's a bit boring. So it means that students are now more interested in hot topic areas such as AI development, cybersecurity, software engineering. But these are all core parts that networking actually is running on underneath, but it's not always clear to people of that. But it means that with less people attending these courses, there's less courses being available, and it means that a lot of people don't necessarily understand that networking is a career option. But the thing is that while we do talk about network engineers, etc., this is an extremely versatile, flexible area where you can easily transfer your skills to different industries, whether that is in the likes of finance for high-frequency trading, healthcare with telehealth, or doing remote surgeries, and especially again with AI, all of those data centers, etc. They are running on very high-end advanced networking to go with that. But the big thing is that this is all a very collaborative and global industry. And the other part of this as well is, unlike a lot of other areas, AI is not really at risk of replacing us anytime soon, because we have cases such as people needing to actually go and set up remote locations and fix those physically where there might not be any internet at all. So we need people to be able to do that. And a big thing is of how I like to kind of teach and work with networking is teaching people in a way that they don't really know that they're learning. So a good way is, and this is working both within the industry and for yourself, is you can run something like a home lab where you can play with things such as Nextcloud for your data storage, or doing Llama to get a better idea of how these AI workflows work, Or if you want to do something that's less technical, but still has the same goal, you can look at setting up a game server, play with your friends and work with those. While the services types are different, these are all essentially achieving the same goal. And that is where it teaches you these skills that is real practical skills that people are looking for in the industry and within any workplace. For instance, what an IP address is in DNS will help teach you how to do more web hosting, cybersecurity, doing virtualization, working with Docker and Kubernetes, and how those services interact with each other. While these are just toy examples that I showed before, there are the only thing that is different in real world industry is just the scale and the different software that's being used. So doing these aspects kind of teaches you a lot of the core concepts without you necessarily realizing it. But the big thing is that, well, the internet is a network of networks. So while it is fine to set this up for yourself, at the end of the day, while the internet's not just a technical network of networks, it's also a social network of networks. If you want to connect to your neighbors and talk to them, or connect your devices together or start to create a internet community in your area, you need to physically go to those people, talk to them, and set these things up. So it really is not just a technical network, but yeah, the social network is extremely important. And that's a big thing that really is important into this industry and area in particular. And we can see this when we're looking at where to go to build these areas. So there's a lot of very community-driven and orientated areas, such as peering forums and network operator groups and their meetings. And the goal of these are all to be by network engineers for network engineers, which means there's not really any vendors trying to sell you things. It is more where people go to share their ideas, and they have a lot of trainings to go with them. So it's very practical on how the learning goes there. And it's a very tight-knit community, so it's important to communicate with them, because you never know if there's a disaster or some issues when you might need to get in contact with the right person and get things resolved earlier, or to even just find out what the root of that problem is. Now, the other aspect is for the next generation. This is already for people that's already within the industry. Now, for people that's just more starting, a very core thing is, especially like the API that focuses on younger students, getting undergrads involved in the area, is it teaches more these practical aspects and having you get that interest and how you want to work with these ones, where the skills are very translated over into industry areas. But there's also things such as what Kuro-san presented earlier about APNIC Academy, and ISOC also has some trainings available. And as you advance more in those, you can go and look at things like the APNIC or ISOC fellowships to attend things such as Apricot and APNIC meetings, where it really just comes back down again to getting those practical skills and working on those, and also building that community and working with them. And it's really important to then build and maintain those relationships, because you'll never know when you will see and meet those people again, because again, this is a very tight-knit community. And it's actually where I kind of want to quickly finish off here at the end. And this is a concept kind of coming from the book Never Eat Alone, and as the name implies, it's a very straightforward and easy to understand idea, but it's going to the part where when you're at a conference like you guys are, it's important to be there and be present, be there in person, and talk and meet with the people that is there. When there is a lunchtime or a coffee time, go try and meet new people, build up those relationships that's there. These are people that will most likely still be there for the next 10, 20 years. but there's always so much you can learn from others, and they could potentially learn from you as well. And importantly, be present while you're there. While you might have emails, etc., distracting you on your laptop, you came to the conference and area for a reason. So be present, be there, and start building up your own community and network, and it will help make you a better network engineer and give you the flexibility to work in those areas there. And yeah, that's it for me on my side.
Thank you very much. So from here, I think we would like to move on to the discussion here. So any question to any speakers from audience? Christoph, can I have the screen?
Yeah, it's just being difficult and
Yeah.
not letting me unshare it.
Okay, thank you very much.
There, okay, sorry.
Thank you. So, maybe I have prepared some discussion topic. You know, where did you guys start your learning? And what do you think, where should we start? From university or from NOG or NREN? What kind of training do you see around you, and what do you recommend if somebody, coming to you, and what kind of thing is very important? One thing I want to mention is, as working in the university, many information comes from the industries, but student is really hard to get or select information from tons of the posters and the brochures. And one guy currently working in Japanese company from ITB, and I met him, and where did you find that information? And he said, oh, I found that job opportunity for Japanese company in Tokyo from ITB Instagram. So that was a really funny thing. But, there are so many information coming, but, trusting which one would be a nice, and what, kind of curating the good program in the university side, is kind of very important for students. So because, just one unknown company from Japan and offering a job to your university student, but because ITB official job office is promoting that in Instagram, okay, I think I can be trusted and got the job, and currently working in Japan, and he's really doing well. So another thing is, like Christoph-san was mentioned in his presentation, never eat lunch alone, or community is very important. I think Christoph, can you add something related to
that is very important, because it is how you find out. I mean, there's a talk that if you go to a NOG or APAN style event, a lot of the more important discussions are not in the conference itself. It comes from the talks that you have in the coffee time or during the lunch meetings, because these are times when you find out, for instance, which vendors is preferred, or how people are running their network one way or another. So that is a way to help filter out, to get the most reliable information from people that's doing it already. The other part that you kind of mentioned of finding the right courses and things. So I remember when, or how to get students interested. So the way and it's what I kind of had in my presentation as well, is I find students and myself tend to learn better if they see a end goal and with something that like builds on top of another. So having with where technology and things are now, where we can have virtualized environments, it means we no longer need a big server rack with a lot of switches and machines, etc. But we can have a virtualized environment and slowly build up on that. And if we have one of the projects I work on is called Mini Internet, where the goal is for the students to connect from basic IP address and subnetting all the way up to being connected to create a large, a mini internet with groups of 40, 50 students. So that's a way to kind of keep that flow going, but it is that like practical teaching of these concepts. And again, because it is virtual, it gives students a lot more time to do it on their end, as opposed to when I was a student, I had to book my time in front of these machines, and I only had an hour or so to work on things, which as a student is not really enough.
Thank you. So yeah, and also I would say like first time coming to a conference, maybe newcomer, sign or able to seniors to get interactive with the newcomer or kind of atmosphere is really important. For here or in your NOG or any communities, I guess. So spreading the information to universities and, once people comes and, kind of warm welcoming, and then try to get the some mentor guy, not really systematic, but, at the lunch or whatever, getting connected. That will maybe help them getting organized. I think, Stefani, you travel many, events, and then you can talk about how you get involved with community. Yeah, taking the first step into the community, maybe in that perspective.
Okay. Test. Okay. Actually, I being thankful for the general group. I mean, in the Slack, because in APAI, like Kudo-san always send information about the fellowship or something. Taking the first step into communities, my first communities, yeah, absolutely APAI into the network area things. How to involve first in APAI because I have a role model, so he's right now become the NOC something. Well, she's named Edgar. He's really teaching me many things, and he's like my mentors. He showed me about what network it is and what can I do in the future, and somehow, yeah, many things. And then I got involved into the APNIC, and I found that it's like more into internet governance, policy, and something. Yeah, I can involve with them like the policy discussion and SEG and something. And here I found out that APAN is more the technical. And yeah, actually my background, I'm specialist into the network security and DevOps. So I think it's like from my background also the same interest with all of these kind of things. And because I'm still a youth, the more I can doing and really different
from my previous thing. Moving to good community is okay. So how we make student going to the next community or next stage. So, maybe from the student point of view, final goal may be getting a job and keep touching with, this kind of community or, something else. But what can we do from the university, or what can you guys do from the industry or NOG community, NREN community. So tomorrow, Fusuni-san will talk about the, micro-credential platform Insignia, open badges. Maybe you can talk about just a little bit why you are doing that.
My name is Shankar. So I just want to top up something what Hosni-san just mentioned. So I think the communities part is really critical. We have the batch, we have all the training program, but we need to get them employed eventually. Based on my experience, I do have quite a number of students that are good, but end up working elsewhere because they don't have people that are actually employing them. I mean, of course, they need to get money and then they go for whatever that comes first. But if we can get the badges or the entire program to be recognized by NOGs, for instance, the employment part would be straightforward. There will be a demand. They will be able to see these as an equivalent to, let's say, CCNA, right? So anyone who wants network engineers, they can actually consider such a credential. I think that is very, very critical. The moment we can actually do that, I think we have the entire supply chain covered. And I think if this is not done yet, we definitely need to look into it. Just wanted to say that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So any other, okay, Asif-san?
I just want to touch one point that Christoph made, that networking, even though internet needs in everywhere, it's kind of now in the taken for granted and in the backside of the view. And as we see in the academia, so students are not really very interested in learning or doing this kind of work. In many cases, there is very small percentage of students. So we need to think about how to encourage them, how to make it more interesting for them so that they understand the values of internet working, how it works, and what is the benefit in how it benefits in other areas as well in the engineering cases. So I think that's something we can do together as universities and communities or NOGs as well. So I think something to think in that line as well. Thank you.